Hey, everybody. Karen Anderson here with Aortic for this week's Week in Review as I'm blown away to Oz because it's so windy outside. I don't know what it's doing where you guys are, but here for the last 2 days, I've lost my internet a couple times. Oh God, lost Hulu. I've even logged in and created a new password. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't want me anymore. It's going to take my money, but won't get me back online. And it's not even worth trying today because twigs and branches and all kinds of things keep smacking the house. So if you hear noises, it's because it's extremely blustery here in the northern area of Maryland, northeast area of Maryland. But welcome to our week in review. For those of you, if it's your first time joining us, this is where I kind of go over all of the posts we've had up on our social media pages. For those of you that may not be part of Facebook, can you believe there's a lot of people that aren't part of Facebook? And it really, more importantly, it gives you an opportunity to kind of chat with me through the comments section. Give me your thoughts and your opinions. And today I would very much like to give away one of our brand new Aortic Hope car decals. The magnets are still with us, although we're finding on your vehicles, not too many places are holding these magnets. Maybe the gas cap, maybe the bumper, the hood, the back hood. I don't know. But these window clings are phenomenal. So we're going to keep track of who chats with us and then draw a lucky winner today who will get one of those sent to their home. Before we get started, you know the rule, you know the drill. Go ahead and click like. Click subscribe, that bell, you got to click the bell. This way you're notified every time we're going to go live. We don't only go live for this, we go live for some very brave individuals who want to share their story of survival online and take questions from you. We also go live when we have live events like one that we have coming up this week with Tara Cohen, Executive Vice President of Lawrence Hope, will be with us giving away gift certificates for free merchandise. Like, you want to be part of that. Just shake with me. Use your mouse. Go click that subscribe button. You want to see all of the new offerings. And there's so many new offerings. I didn't want to show mine really ahead of time because I want it to be a surprise, but you really do want to see what they've got going on over there. So yeah, click that like, click the subscribe. And when we're done today or whenever you're done viewing this, click share on your private pages because something in today's week in review will resonate with somebody else. They don't just need to have aortic disease to be able to gain something from what we're going to share. So we're going to get started. Away we go, Joshua. Are you blustery where you are? Blustery.
It's very windy. And
Oh,
let's go
windy.
ahead and say hi to Mark and Christina. Mark Scanlon.
Hey,
He's back with
Mark
us again.
Scanlon.
Yep.
Good to see you. Always nice, always wonderful. And who else you said? Christina? I better write these names down because I do like to give an end shout out here. Um,
It's
yeah,
Christina Kohler.
Christina Kohler.
Yeah.
Christina Kohler
Love
won
her.
our belt challenge video.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, she did. And Mark's here with us as well. Okay, wonderful. We are getting that day started. All right, so Monday was a movement for movement. Just to remind everybody what movement for movement is, coincidentally, back in 2020. Okay, so every year we come up with a theme. This year for 2024, it's how you can get more in 2024. 23 was help us help you be the best you can be in 23. 22 was a year for collaboration. 21 was all about emotional mental health, and 2020 was movement for movement. And how I just recalled all of that is mind boggling.
I'm very impressed.
Don't even know if I had breakfast, honestly, but I remember that. Anyway, movement for movement. What we kind of tend to form our themes around what we hear going on in the community, and what we hear a lot is almost this paralyzation to move your body after you've had a dissection or especially after you've been diagnosed. So we really wanted to work on ways that we could help motivate people to move their body. And then COVID hit and nobody could go outside. Initially, everybody was stay inside. So we had to find some creative ways to get everybody to walk around their house and feel motivated to do anything. And so that's where this movement for movement came from. So let's talk about what we had on deck this week. So we know that doing nothing really is doing something. We all get that. Many of us just need time to rest. And that's what our bodies are screaming for. But sometimes some of us, we just don't want to move. We're scared, we're nervous. Whatever your doctor has cleared you to do, you can do, and you need to try to do it. Okay. And according to the article, Making Movement Joyful, written by Samantha Prentice, we all know exercise and moving our bodies is important for our health. The CDC recommends 150 minutes. 150 minutes, that's a lot of minutes, of physical activity per week. Benefits of exercise include improved mood, decreased anxiety and depression, reduced health risks, and stronger muscles and bones. However, when we don't enjoy exercise, it's really going to be challenging for us to stick to a routine and reap the benefits. So here are a few tips to help make movement more joyful. And I really needed this article. Okay, try different fitness classes. Try a bunch until you find something that makes you happy, because then there's a greater chance that you're going to stick with it. Okay. And many different clubs will give you that first fitness class for free. So take full advantage of it. And if a fitness studio isn't for you, then try that workout at home. There are a lot of new dancing apps or workout apps, or it's all over YouTube. Pick out a couple things you think are of interest. Remember, you're home alone. Like, dance like no one's watching, because no one is, and try something that you feel really jazzed about that you think you might stick with. Okay. And if you want to purchase it, well, at least you're getting to try it for free. You're doing a try before you buy, before you buy. Okay. It's very important to respect your body. This is huge because you're going to need to rest, especially when you're starting off. So listen to your body when it says it's time, we're hitting a wall. Stop before you hit the wall, because you always want to stop while you're ahead. You know what I mean? Because if you hit the wall, you don't know if that's going to cause you to actually like crash, if everything's going to feel horrible. So maybe when you feel that wall, when you could see the wall off in the distance, maybe it's time to start to do the cool down, if you know what I mean. Okay. Listen to your body's cues. If we don't rest when our body needs it, it can actually lead to burnout and eventually quitting that entire movement routine. And that's exactly what we don't want to see happen. Make it fun. Okay. Get the whole family involved, get the grandkids involved, get everybody clapping their hands, whatever. Help walk the dog. Everybody take a walk together. If there's a trampoline, try jumping on the trampoline. Just try to make it something that's more of a group effort. Get your friends involved. Even if you're just talking on the phone, you're doing a walk and talk. Sometimes we need that motivation from other people to really make it a little bit more fun. Listen to a podcast. I don't suggest listening to those murder mystery documentary podcasts while you're walking in the woods. If you do, keep your earbud only in one ear so that you can hear in case any scary, spooky strangers sneak up behind you. I don't know, could just be me, but that's what I envision. Um, and if you're going to blare music when you're at home, definitely do that, because, right, you're at home. So it's totally safe and it's fun, and have a great time. And try new classes with a friend too. Whatever it is that you're cleared to do, just get going. Just start moving. Look, we just sprung forward, right? This is a perfect time. We talk about this every year. This is a perfect time to clean out your closets. I know I'm going to be doing that this week. Why? Because we've just gone from like 32 degrees to 72 degrees this week. And it looks like we're into a pattern. We're going to be kind of hovering high 50s, low 60s. It's time for me to transfer winter out with the spring, summer, and that's movement. I just cleaned out all of my bathroom drawers and my vanity drawers yesterday. 2 bags of trash of just old suntan lotion that expired last year. Trust me, don't keep expired suntan lotion. It actually doesn't work. It doesn't. It really is expired, and you don't want to find that out the hard way I did. I also have a bag to go to the pharmacy because it's April soon, and in April it's Drug Take Back Day. They're all happening around now, so check with your local CVS or pharmacy. If you don't know when that take back day is, usually your sheriff office always takes back drugs in their containers. They have what looks like a mailbox, the big blue ones. The young people don't know what that is, but for the rest of you, you know what I'm talking about. And you just can pull that handle down and throw the drugs in a bag inside there, and they'll dispose all of them, for you. So clean out. It's a great time to keep your body active and moving, and you're bending, you're sitting, you're stretching, your thinking. These are all really, really good things. And this is a great time to do it while you are having somebody check the smoke detectors and you're holding the ladder because you don't want to climb up there, right? Because it's that time of year when you're checking your batteries for your blood pressure cuffs and you're walking to go to the doctor to get it calibrated, park a little bit farther away this time. Just make an effort to put in a few extra steps. These are all the things that happen this time of year. And at the end of the day, just do whatever your doctor has cleared you to do and move. And that's your movement for Movement Monday. Mhm. Yes, it
Nailed
is.
it.
Yes, it is. Nailed it. We're moving on to Topic Tuesday. Okay. At any second, I know my door to my office is going to burst open because my dog hears this wind and she's going to barrel her way in here. Just warning. All right. This is from Duke. He is our medical, well, I can't even call him student anymore because he will be matching this week for his residency. So, this is my favorite time of week on TikTok and Instagram because I love watching the reels of everybody finding out where they match for medical school. I don't know why I get really excited, but I find this whole process so fascinating. And he will find out where he is matching for his residency, and we're super excited for him. And as he goes off to do this residency, we are also very excited to announce we're bringing on Samantha Colon, and she is going to be our new medical student. She is in her second year of med school now, and will be working along with Duke and Adam to bring us all of this wonderful medical information in such an easy to understand way. So let's see what Duke had to share with us. So today on the Topic Tuesday, we were going to go over transcatheter aortic valve replacement, or TAVR, sometimes called, I guess, TAVI, or I've never seen that one, so I'm going to leave it with TAVR. So what is a transcatheter aortic valve replacement? TAVR, very different than TVAR, which we'll talk about another time. A transcatheter aortic valve replacement is a procedure that replaces diseased aortic valve with a man-made valve that is created from cow or pig tissue. We're not talking about mechanical, we're talking about man-made, okay? A TAVR is done to actually replace a narrowed or stiff aortic valve from a condition called what? Aortic valve stenosis. Not regurgitation, that would be a loose valve. This is a stiff, hardened valve, and that is stenosis. And so we do these surgeries to replace that valve when you have stenosis, and it's done through, it's done transcatheter, so it's done endoscopically. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So here, if you see, we've got these formations. It's almost like a calcium deposit that you hear about that causes atherosclerosis, which would be hardening of a vessel. Here it is on the valve, okay? And what they do is they go up through either your wrist or your groin. We'll get to that because I'm not a doctor, so I don't remember exactly which way, but they do deploy a cow or pig valve. And here's your catheter with the balloon with the valve, and they're going to put it right in here and deploy that valve. Okay. So let's talk about aortic valve stenosis. So the aortic valve sits between the left lower chamber of the heart and the aorta, which is the body's main artery. And now it is also its own organ. Let's not forget that. The valve problem actually blocks or slows blood flow from the heart to the body, which causes an opportunity to not have enough blood actually travel to all of the organs of the body each time your heart contracts. Because remember, all of that oxygenated rich blood gets to all of your body parts via the aorta. So if the valve becomes hardened, it's going to block the ability to have all of that blood flowing. So if your valve becomes stiff, then you have a condition that's called aortic stenosis. Your heart may have to work too hard to pump the blood through that small valve opening to the rest of your body. This could increase your opportunity for heart failure. That would be a major complication of not fixing or addressing aortic valve stenosis. So that's clear what the problem is that we have to fix, hopefully by TAVR. So for TAVR, you would have a team led by an interventional cardiologist and a cardiothoracic surgeon. Interventional cardiologists are typically the ones that you hear about that are um, they're going in and they're doing they're putting the balloons in and they're opening up your valves and they're going up and checking your heart from endovascular way. They're not cutting you open. It's all endovascular. So they insert this flexible tube. It's called a catheter, okay? And it goes into a blood vessel, usually the groin, the chest, or the wrist. Now I've had this, not a TAVR, but I've had endovascular procedures twice, once through the groin and once through the wrist myself. It was just a heart catheterization. I know a lot of people that have scheduled surgery to replace aneurysms or repair aneurysms have a cardiac catheterization to kind of look inside the heart as part of a pre-op situation. And it's something that you're typically put to sleep. It's not a sedation like general anesthesia. It's usually done under Versed with a little bit of fentanyl to ease any discomfort. I would not say it was painful. I don't even think I really remember. I don't remember anything about the wrist. I will tell you that flat out. I don't remember until it was done. The groin was a little bit more uncomfortable when I woke up. There was a lot of pressure and I had a big lump there for about 2 weeks. The wrist, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, very easy. Um, so I was just amazed at the whole process. I'm amazed that they can do all of that from a little teeny catheter, but it basically, they guide this into the heart to the site of the aortic valve using an X-ray or imaging tools, which I did see that on the screen. So for the brief moment I was awake, I saw something on a screen. Could have been my liver. I couldn't tell you. I was so half in and out of it, but they watch that screen as they're guiding this into the artery up into your heart. And a balloon on the catheter tip will actually inflate. And it's it's how they use this to push the new valve in place. Okay, and afterwards the catheter is removed once the new valve is securely in place. Um, and an aortic valve replacement can also be performed surgically with open heart surgery. They call that, I guess, SAVR, so surgically aortic valve replacement. But uh, TAVRs would be the newer procedure that they've been doing for years at this point, and that is to keep us from having to have our open heart surgeries performed. Now, if you have an aneurysm, probably not necessarily going to be a candidate for TAVR. So it's not a guarantee that everybody gets a TAVR, and it's also not a guarantee that everybody doesn't. These are things you need to have these conversations with your physicians and find out what actually makes you a better candidate. So here we go. We've got transaortic, trans, what is this? Transapical. I'm not pronouncing these words right because I'm not too sure how to say it. This would be accessing through the tip of the heart. Transfemoral. This is where they do the access through the groin. Did I miss the wrist? Yeah, they don't have the wrist on here. Okay. Clearly, we can all assume that the benefit of a TAVR would be it's minimally invasive. It's not cracking open your chest, right? It uses much smaller incisions than open heart valve surgery. And people who have TAVRs often have a much shorter hospital stay than those who would have a surgical aortic valve replacement. It may be an option for people who can't have open heart surgery to replace the valve. TAVR can actually help reduce the symptoms of aortic valve stenosis, including chest pain and shortness of breath. So if you are somebody that has aortic valve stenosis, you really want to have these conversations with your physician, probably your cardiothoracic surgeon, about all possible options and determine which one you're probably a better candidate for and learn and understand why. This is just simply a very brief surface level overview of what a TAVR actually is. And if you have any questions about this, again, take this back to your physician and you would have a better chance talking to your surgeon. It's not typical to just call up an interventional radiologist and ask them this question. So ask your surgeon. If you don't have one yet, then talk to your cardiologist. That's your topic Tuesday. It's always so easy to understand.
Excellent. Duke does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Downing says, "Hi, Karen."
Hey, Linda. Hi.
Mark said he had a transfemoral.
Okay, so they went in through your groin. Yes, I didn't have anything replaced. Sounds like you may have. And unfortunately, I'm not a candidate. when I need to have my valve replaced, I'm going to have to be cut back open. So I will create a list of presents that I would like to receive and my favorite flowers. Thank you. I'm a very big baby. I do believe in presents with surgery. I do. I just do. So we'll talk about that. Hopefully not for a few more years. Right, right. All right. Let's move on to our therapeutic Thursday. We have had this author, Jen Fernjack, from Greater Than the Power and Strength of Emotional Grit. She has been interviewed by us. I've been interviewed by her. I actually met this author. I met Jen at one of the Rock from the Heart events. She was a speaker, a motivational speaker. And while Jen did not have anything aortic related, she did have a brain aneurysm removed, and really created in this book a way to look at hardships and adversity and tough moments in your life from a whole different perspective. Um, it truly is a guide on how to flip the script and change the narrative in your mind. And I know she references those sentences often within this guide. But I wanted to find something to talk about. I was listening to music, I guess, and what happened to me is I went on one morning to Instagram and they had this page where this guy shows little snippets from the 80s of this particular day where I guess it must have been up to like 84, and these songs were a little bit more R&B, a little bit pop, and these snippets just, oh my God, it made me feel so great. I was all up in my feels. I was jamming, I was grooving. I was like, Luther Vandross, oh, so good, right? Brought back so many memories. I was listening to this music and I just felt myself decompress, just getting happy just thinking about it. And I could remember where I was when I heard some of these songs, and oh, just such good memories. And I was like, that's it. That's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. And specifically in her book, I wanted to reference chapter 8, which is called The Wonder of Music and Arts in Healthcare. And this again comes from her book, Greater Than the Power and Strength of Emotional Grit. And again, it's by Jennifer Fernjack. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. I know you're all going to agree with me. I know I'm not the only one. But haven't you noticed that whenever people play We Will Rock You by Queen, people clap, people stomp, people are just getting into it. I don't know what everybody's thinking about, but I know I'm remembering the first times we listened to this when I was much younger, and I would listen to it at camp when we would have these color wars. I mean, all the different bunks would spend a week doing all kinds of sports activities and come up with skits, all kinds of stuff. And we would sing this song, and then whoever won would sing We Are the Champions. So I just, that's what I was remembering. But, I went to the concert recently and everybody's chanting and everybody's stomping and clapping and everybody comes together. And I think that's just great. Or think about Whitney Houston singing, the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner. And I don't know about you, but so many people in an audience can get chills and they just get moved by this particular rendition and brought to tears. And I'm not sure what they're all thinking about, but this day just made me think, why? Why do we react the way that we do with music? But Jennifer points out in this book that music has been shown to help people who have experienced trauma by calming feelings of anxiety, reducing the perception of pain, and improving mental health. She goes on to point out that studies actually show that art can have a positive effect on people as well. It is clinically proven to reduce stress, anxiety, and rates of depression by lowering the stress hormone cortisol. It can also lower your blood pressure. It can help elevate your mood and promotes healing of both the body and the mind. There's actually a new field of study called neuroaesthetics, which involves studying the neurobiological basis of the arts. This is just, it's so fascinating to me. So examples of forms that are studied include music, art, theater, dance, and literature. And patients who are often exposed to these different modalities can feel a greater sense of control in their circumstances through self-expression. And I mean, I know that music is powerful, but who would have thought that music and the arts can actually have such a positive and profound effect on our health and our mental well-being? So if you click the link, just click the picture. It'll take you right to a link to purchase the book. But I just thought this was really fascinating. And then I started thinking about my own life, and I'm curious to know what you have to say, Josh. But for myself, why I have seen Phantom of the Opera 14 times, okay? It's not because I love, the Phantom, which I do. It's not for any one individual thing like costumes, the wigs, the scenery, the monkey, the curtains, it's it's all of it. It's every minute detail. I know when things are put into place incorrectly. I know when they need to be shifted to the left or the right. I know when someone didn't hit the right pitch, because all of it together, it gives me it invokes just crazy emotions in me. And you know what it does? It just lets me know that I am truly alive, living in a moment. And I've had an opportunity to meet the Phantom when I was in London, to meet the person who played Christine Daae. And I made it a point to tell them that I know this is your job. I know that you work, you get benefits, you get up in the morning, you take care of, your talent, your voice, your dance, everything. This is your job. You got to do it, sometimes twice a day. And I said, please don't lose sight that what you do creates an emotional reaction in so many people. It can give people hope. It might make them sad. It might make them, um, you know, just excited, happy. They go through the gamut. And for some, they feel nothing. Totally understand that. There's just some that you don't connect with. But what you do gives people a sense of sometimes purpose. It gives them memories, and just don't lose sight of your job. Don't put blinders on. Really try to take an extra breath before you come out and realize this is somebody's first theatrical experience, and you may potentially make or break their love for it. And I know that's like a lot of weight on somebody's shoulders, but that's how I see it. I just see this job as being anything with the arts. Even I hated museums for so long in art, but then I got my first chance to see, you know, some artists that I remembered when I tried to take the class 3 times in college but failed. But I digress. When I got to see it and I got to step as close as I could, and I really saw what they were able to create, let's like with pointillism, usually impressionistic artists, I I'm like stunned that I can be this close and then back up and look what they did. This is what people look like. What was that person doing when they sat for this I mean, my whole brain just goes and can go for hours. This is just what resonates with me. For some people, it's sports. It's seeing old players come out to throw the first pitch, makes them feel like they did when they were a kid. And I just think it's so incredibly important to find the thing that really resonates with you, for whenever you're stressed or you're just preoccupied, especially with aortic disease. Try to find the thing that might help you recenter yourself, snuggle in and recenter and just take a moment for appreciation. That's my thought. That's all I got left right now. What do you have to say?
Well, I would like to address the Star Spangled Banner performed by Whitney Houston. And I also
Okay.
want to say hi to Molly and hi, Velda.
Hey, Molly. Hey, Velda.
Mark did post a comment here. He said, "You need zippers."
I need zippers.
I don't know
What do I?
where he chatted that in. It's just in there with a weird looking face now.
Well, I'm making the same face right back at you, Mark, because I'm not sure where I need zippers. Okay.
I don't know.
Topic Tuesday. Don't need a zipper for that. Did I say zippers?
Nope. I'm not sure.
Slippers? Me?
Maybe. Totally a
Okay.
Z in there.
Well, I have a zipper. Here it is.
Zoop, zoop.
There you go.
There it is. All
Okay.
right.
Go ahead.
So, like, I'm the son of a soldier, and
Okay.
patriotism was kind of hammered into me when I was young. So, like, there's a spot in there when I hear things like the Star Spangled Banner.
Hmm.
And a few years ago, Chris Stapleton did the Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl. And I
Hmm.
mean, you're watching grown men cry, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know where she's going at with that. And also, not
Yeah.
everybody gets the like the goosebumps when they listen to really good music,
Yeah.
right?
No, they
Some
don't.
people, like, that tickles their soul, and
Yeah.
the like, I love that. I get that. That's why I prefer to go to live music. Like, I
Hmm.
walk out of live music and I am just electrified.
Yeah. And some people get the tickles reading their favorite author. They're just like, can't wait to get their hands on that person's imagination and try to live in that world, you
Oh,
know?
oh, no, no, no. On
It's
that point,
incredible.
right? Did you
Yeah,
know that not everybody visualizes when they read?
I did not, but
Okay, no, no.
I want to,
We're going to take this one step further. Did
okay.
you know that not everybody, like if I were to say picture an apple in your mind, that not
Yeah.
everybody can hold an image of an apple in their mind?
And I bet not everybody thinks of a red one. I bet you there's a few that go to green.
Oh, I went straight to Honeycrisps.
Did
Those
you?
things
I
are
might have gone to Fuji.
delicious. Those things
Well, so
are
to what you
amazing.
just said, Josh, I only recently, okay, I'm 51 or some years old, right?
Okay.
Oh my God, in like 8 weeks I'm going to be older. Um, 12 weeks. Let's not rush it. Well, I only recently realized that not everybody uh, choreographs to songs. I cannot listen to any song, any classical, country, it doesn't matter. And I have create dance routines. I cannot not see people dancing. I can barely ice skate, but I can create an entire ice skating routine as if I should be able to put on a pair of skates and just do it. Now, I used to dance. I never took lessons. I used to compete, but I choreograph moves that I've never performed myself and cannot not do it ever. And I thought I did not know I was the only one probably that does that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what
I
do you
mean,
see when you listen to music? Do you not see anything? What do you see?
what do I see when I listen
Yeah.
to music?
I
Well,
mean,
first off, as I work throughout the day, I can't have words, right? I can't have like
okay.
lyrics bouncing around while I'm trying to concentrate.
Right.
So the
Right.
the greater majority of the music that I listen to is symphonic,
Mm-hmm.
no vocals,
Okay.
right? And
Makes
so
sense.
I'm pretty much just conceptualizing what it is I'm trying to accomplish at that point in time.
True.
And
True.
it's at a I actually also use it to keep a tempo, right? Because I want to work at a
Hmm.
specific pace, right? So if I put slower music
Neat.
on and I'm just kind of meandering through my day, that's one thing. But like
Okay.
if I'm like, all right, I want to get this done, I put on something a little bit more aggressive, and I try to use that as the thing to march to. So they were saying
Smart.
zippers for open heart surgery.
And so what was Mark's comment again? You
You need
need zippers?
zippers.
I need to have my zipper re-zipped down and then zip back up. Yes, because I have an aneurysm. So because I have an aneurysm, when I need to have my valve replaced, they will take care of both. And as my understanding, it will be open heart.
Mm,
If I didn't have that aneurysm and just had a boo valve, they could probably have done a TAVR.
yeah.
So yeah, zippers. I'm gonna ask him just to kind of, do a little revision here and there
Yeah.
on
Right.
my. Well, actually, I have a great scarf, so I'd be fine if they didn't. They
I don't
just
know.
don't mess with something that's good.
In the not this last Rock from the Heart event, the one before that,
Yeah.
they they were exploring the idea of kind of making a hole in the sternum versus opening the entire sternum up, since they only need access right
True.
there,
Yeah, they do that sometimes. It's more of a
right?
keyhole.
Yeah,
Keyhole.
so that's a very interesting to see if that's
Yeah.
a possibility. I can't
Yeah.
imagine that we like if they can go through a vein, right? You know,
I don't know. It's all very hard for
it's
me to imagine.
all magic to me.
Weird.
Mark says the drummer.
A drummer.
He says he pictures the drummer, I think.
Oh, when you listen to music, you think of the drummer. Oh, I can see that. I could see that too.
See, when I think
But
of
I
the
won't
drummer, I
ever
think
see
of
that.
Animal from the Muppets. Like that's the only,
Phenomena.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I am choreograph every single line dances for typically line dances when it's country. I usually see people dancing like from the Victorian era. I mean, but then again, like I choreographed Romeo and Juliet in high school. I just studied Baroque music and how they danced and came to an audition and they're like, once I came in with these bells on, I sewed these bells to these ribbons on my wrists and I started dancing for them to show them what I had put together. They were like, all right, that's fine. You're it. They didn't even let me finish the dance. I had studied it and I knew that's what we needed to do because I saw it in my head. Um, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's which is what kills me with TikTok because that's not dancing. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but they don't leave their one little space and it doesn't look. That's a whole other conversation. Anyway, I digress.
Oh, I don't
But
know. I
let's
feel
talk
like you
more
might be
music.
onto something.
It's fun. I
Instead of
like it.
TikToking in one spot, you need somebody to move with you so that the steps and everything. And
Yeah.
now it's not
It's
one
back
person
up.
with a camera. Now it's, two
Right.
people, one person with a camera.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Hey,
I
Chef
might
Rob
be.
says hi.
Chef Rob. Hey, Rob. Somebody just asked Rob about his apple. He just posted something with apples the other day, and and someone said, "Now, can you make it with like no sugar and gluten free?" And I just kept thinking, did you really just ask Chef Rob that question? Of course he can.
I
Yes,
think
he
he
can.
made. I think he made an apple peel based sourdough.
Nope, this had apples on it.
Oh,
It
okay.
was sitting there. It was just recent. It was a dessert he just posted. It
Oh, a
looked
dessert. No, I don't know
amazing.
anything about it.
It was great. All right. So that was our Tuesday. I'm
It was a
glad
good
you all
Tuesday.
think it's interesting. Yeah, I like chatting about stuff like that. So let's move on to Feel Good Friday, right? Why not? Sorry, these are the Oreo colors, and it's only because we have a fundraiser coming up here, uh, coming up on April 12th, the first of two, where it's a special super fundraising night at Camden Yards. And so we can create these shirts pretty much in most color combinations, whether it's a black logo, white logo, gradient logo over many different color choice shirts. So if you really wanted a shirt with like a different color logo and it was so important to you for your team, I'm sure we could talk to you about it. But this is just giving you a sample on what our baseball logo looks like. Still the same one out for this year. And right now, there is still time to have, I think they have a discount going on. Maybe Josh, you can pull that up and tell me what's at the top of the page. But look, opening day is like it's literally right around the corner, right? For like everybody. I don't know much about sports, but I'm assuming everybody has the same opening day. I just made myself laugh. So grab yourself some swag, grab a baseball shirt, right? Start a conversation about aortic disease today. We have a lot of additional color combinations. We can add them. Again, just shoot us an email. Be more than happy to look into it and see if we can do that for you. Yeah, 20% off of everything
Uh,
for the next 5 days, Saturday,
2 days
Sunday, Monday,
left.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, 2 days left for 20% off of anything in the shop. There is a redeem button at the top of the page when you click on our Hope Shop for Spread Shop. I know all these shop words, but if you go into Hope Shop right here, the top of our page, and you go down to our Spread Shop, you'll see the products. Click on the link and you just click the word redeem and automatically it gets added to your cart. You will get 20% off of anything that you purchase. And it's on for the next 2 days. So check it out.
Okay, so
Grab yourself a shirt.
we have an update.
We have an update.
Chef made that was a pineapple upside down sourdough cinnamon roll.
Okay,
That
so
sounds
I was
delicious.
wrong. Sounds amazing. It was
Yeah.
not apple, but it looked so good. It looked really good. That's definitely going to be put into the try pile. All right. If you didn't get a chance to read this story from Christina Hahn, got to read this story. I mean, this is one of those perfect examples. And remember, women have symptoms for heart attack that are very different than men, which would make sense that what she was feeling led her to believe immediately she was having a heart attack because it wasn't your typical symptoms of a heart attack. And the greatest thing is that her instinct and her intuition told her she had to get to the ER, and she did. And the other great thing is that she had some very sharp, on the ball doctors that were thinking about the aorta and moved forward with having her have a CT scan, and they found her dissection. And even though everything appears as though it happened correctly, she still was someone that experienced some malperfusion and had some consequences with this. But even after you read all of this and you sit here and you think, oh my goodness, her outlook is just so incredible. It's infectious. And again, I highly suggest that you take a read of Christina's story. And this is why we ask you and we remind you to be the shining star in someone's life. Share your story of survival. And you can do it in written format, as you see here. You can do it in a pre-recorded video, or you can go live like I am and field some questions and comments from the community. But it doesn't matter if it's coming from the patient's perspective, caregiver's perspective, or a loved one if you lost someone to this disease, because it's a learning experience and it's very therapeutic for all people involved. It really, for me, and I'm 9 years out from this, allowed me to just kind of think about the steps that happened in my life. It educated me more on the potential consequences of malperfusion and complications of a dissection. And, I'm sure it was wonderful for her to share, but for everybody, it's a learning experience. It's an educational experience. And I do suggest you get a chance to read it. And if you have not submitted your story of survival or you haven't filled out the form, I would highly request that you do so we can focus on your story in the upcoming weeks. So that is our Survivor series.
I want all of the stories. I want them all.
He wants them all. Wants them all. All right. We're moving on to Sunday, our Share With You Sunday. We were just talking about this. Want an eye-catching way to start a conversation today? Then you can consider the magnets. So while we have the decals, the window clings, which we ask for a $5 donation, these magnets are actually thicker. They are very sturdy. I had mine on my car for 7 years, and it like really didn't even fade. It never moved. It did great. It didn't leave any kind of residue when I took it off when I sold my car. So that we're asking for a $10 donation with this. And I know a lot of people are commenting that they're finding not too many places that are highly magnetized anymore in a car, but the trunk, bumper, certain bumpers, and the gas cap definitely still have metal. So they're gonna hold these magnets. If you're at work and you have a file cabinet, do people even file anymore? Is everything imaginary in clouds? But you can put it there. You can put it on your fridge. I know a lot of fridges are now only having the magnet areas on the side, but it's still a great conversation piece. It's great to give physicians. They can put them on their lockers at the hospital. They do still have those because I see them on Grey's Anatomy, so I know they do. It's a great gift to give someone as well. So if you'd like to check out and purchase one of these or make a donation for one of these, they're all underneath the same link in our Hope Shop area. It is the second thing down. First, we have our book, and then we go into this product. It is on the same order form as the help belt covers and the window cling card decals. And that is with a $10 donation. Okay, let's talk about some events we have coming up. Still a busy March. We got a lot of things. Let's get down to today is the 11th. And it still says Tammy. I know Tammy couldn't be with us today, so you got me. We do have our bereavement support group meeting happening tomorrow. It happens every other month on the second Tuesday at 7 p.m. So that is happening this week. Always our hangouts happen at Thursdays at 2 o'clock. You do need to register the same way you would for a support group meeting, and you will be notified of support group meetings. Just hangouts are just hanging out. It's just a little bit of levity and fun and a whole lot of just fun. I'll just leave it at that. You'll have to experience it yourself.
It's our Aortic Hope speakeasy is what it is.
That's what it is. It really is. It is your speakeasy. All right. And then on Thursday, I'm sorry, I said 7 p.m. It's actually at 6 p.m. We have our live event with Tara Cohen, Executive Vice President of Lawrence Hope. So if you were ever thinking about obtaining a medical ID something, because it started with bracelets, but it will not end with bracelets, there's a lot of new products, a lot you need to check out. Come check it out. They're going to talk to us about their free shopper program that they have. I want you guys to really feel comfortable knowing that they are extremely comfortable with acronyms that would be appropriate for our community, acronyms that are widely accepted by first responders in the medical community, and get a chance to see these new products that have just dropped for this year. You might also have an opportunity to potentially be declared the winner of a pretty good gift certificate. So also know that on that day, we will be launching a campaign with Lawrence Hope where we're going to ask you to like the post that you're going to see. Follow the organizations, both of us. And that means subscribing to Aortic Hope and subscribing to Lawrence Hope YouTube channel and dropping us a comment. So we're going to ask you to do those things and you will be entered to win a contest. All those details will be shared soon, but you really want to check it out. So come join the fun because Tara's always thoroughly enjoyable to have as a guest. And then on the 16th, we have our second installment for our caregiver support group, meaning that is for caregivers only. Sorry, no patients allowed. Then we go back to our Qigong series with Kevin. Look, we had a little teeny issue this week with daylight savings, but who didn't, right? Everybody did. So we're just going to pretend that didn't happen and forward think into this coming Sunday, 11 a.m. Sundays at 11. New date, new time for Qigong.
I am
And then
still mortified about it.
I wasn't going to call you out there.
It's okay. I
It happens. All right. Then on the 20th, we have the second, it says class one. I need to change that to class two. It will be the second class of the month of March with Chef Rob and his wife, Mindy, our dietitian, our aortic dietitian. And then I will actually be going live on the 23rd with the Global Peripheral Artery Disease organization with Kim McNicholas. She's going to be interviewing me on her radio show based out of San Francisco. We'll have more details for that soon as well. And a lot of this is all of the similar things that we have going on. Now, question, when does the mindfulness workshop begin and do we have any spots left?
It begins on the 21st and we have a few spots left.
Okay.
So quickly sign up. Is that been pinned on the Facebook page? I don't remember.
That is that was pinned on the Facebook page that needs to be listed here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to list it up here.
But it's not public. This is closed graph.
I just heard myself say that in my head. Yeah. So if you go onto our Facebook page, you will see that it will also go up as a post.
Right on.
So that if you would like to sign up, you can sign up. Seats are limited, and there's only a few left. This is an 8-week mindfulness course taught by Tom Basserier. He is a community member. He is a survivor. He has been doing this a long time, educator of mindfulness. This is not just meditation. This is a whole way of seeing your body. You're going to learn a lot of techniques from breathing to body scans to imagery. It's really quite lovely. I've been reading chats between people, and they're all just incredibly excited to have this being offered again. These classes are free. Everything we do from the kitchen, Qigong, mindfulness is all free to the community. We would love a donation if you love what we're doing and you can and you want to. That would be wonderful. It just helps support us being able to provide additional offerings to the community, but it is free. We want you to have moments to take your mind off of aortic disease and really learn tools and techniques to kind of help ground yourself when you have those moments of anxiety. So those are our events. That's what we got.
Also, Tom's got a amazing voice.
It is. It's very soothing.
Yes. And so when you're in there doing a guided meditation, he is taking you on a magic carpet ride for sure. Magic
carpet ride. All right. Well, you want to spin a wheel? We had Christina, we had Mark, we had Linda, Molly, Velda, and Rob.
All right. Let me get over to the wheel of names.
We do actually have a wheel of names. We do. And we do spin it. Just, there is a thing.
Yeah,
you look
I'm
it up.
Doing it right
wheel
now.
Of names. Yeah. We can change colors. We can make songs.
All right.
So it's real.
So read out the names again.
Christina, Mark, Linda, Molly, Velda, Rob. Hey, look, if you've already gotten one of these and you win, it's okay. Slap it on someone's car. Give it to your doctor. They'll put it on their car. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Spreading the love.
You're not going to see, but I'll read out to you who wins.
Okay. Sounds good. Like it. I feel like I should. There should
Molly's our winner.
Molly. Molly is our winner for today. Congratulations, Molly. We will get that Aortic Hope card decal out to you ASAP. And with that, we're done. Oh, I would like to say thank you to Terry Cook for pulling off a great fundraiser we had last week. It was Drag Queen Bingo. Tons of fun. This crowd was insane. Everybody had a blast. Everybody they just sang and danced and lots of prizes to be had, none by me, but that's okay. My prize was to watch everybody having fun. I actually got to see a community member that I've only met once in 2018 who came out to the event. I love when that happens. That was so great. And then we had a wonderful event that was brought to us through Jimmy Choo at King of Prussia Mall.
How
And
did
so
that go?
10 it was so I have to tell you, 10% of the proceeds from Thursday when they opened till Saturday when they closed. And okay, this is a whole other world. It's a whole other level. When people go into the store, like you just walk into Old Navy, just walk in and just look and be like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna take that bag. And then I go back and the bag is like 1800.
Oh
I don't
goodness.
understand that. That is a way of shopping that I don't understand. I had to plan for years to get my like super duper special bag. Years. It was for my 50th birthday. But what happens is they come out with champagne. That's when Terry and I are sitting there watching different mirror angle views. We were giving each other the whispered play by play. And when we saw the champagne come out, we were like, oh, there was another sale. And then they come out and wearing white gloves and they box up your item because, of course, it comes from the back. You don't get anything on the floor. Um, and we would talk to everybody. We thank you so much for your purchase. A portion came to this nonprofit and they would be interested. And I remember one man said, oh, buying shoes for my wife, it is not a hardship. They are $900 pair of heels. Like, oh my God. Another woman got a gorgeous pair of sparkly heels for her upcoming marriage, and another little secret gift that I won't share just because I'm not going to. Um, they had these really cute heart-shaped cookies with red icing and a white EKG symbol that somebody local in the community had made. And they were just lovely. They were wonderful. I tried on a pair of shoes I fell in love with, but not for $900. I couldn't do it, but I did buy myself some perfume, signature scent. That I did do. But I tried on a pair of their high heels, which I've not put on high heels like that in a long time. And it is muscle memory, man. I just took off like I was on the runway, just walked. I felt really sturdy in my ankles because I was very scared I was going to collapse. But the kitten heels were a lot easier. They're like this big. Then, if you twist your ankle, you're already kind of close to the floor. It's not going to rip anything too bad. The
Wait,
high
wait,
heels,
wait. Those are
yeah,
called
it's bad.
kitten heels?
Yes, when they're like this
Interesting.
small. Yeah, they're called kitten heels.
All right,
And they
so
were so
Molly
cute.
wants
Yeah.
to pay it forward. She wants to respin the
Aw.
wheel. All
Mm.
right, so we're going to do
Way to
that.
go,
We're going to
Molly.
do that.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it. And we have there's something else that was happening soon that I meant to talk about, and I cannot remember now.
Linda is our winner.
Linda wins. Yay, Linda down. Yep, that's right. Linda's our big winner. Thank you, Molly, for paying it forward. We always appreciate that. So sweet of you. All right, Linda,
It
we will
was
get in touch with
it
you.
was almost Mark, and Mark up here is like, I'll pass on this. I just he says, I'll bow out. I just won.
I know. His just is probably arriving to him in the mail. That's right. Yes, he did. Oh, Bruce Waldrop, our community member, one of our community members, has an event coming up this week in about
Oh,
8 days
he
next
mentioned
week.
this to me. Where is it again?
Yeah, it's in St. Charles, Missouri at Texas Roadhouse. The information is online. So you would need to bring a copy of the flyer that he has or have it on your phone, and the restaurant will then give credit and give a portion of that nights that from 3 to 8, I think, from that time frame. All meals that happen that show that coupon and tell the server, credit will be given to the nonprofit. So we wish him a
Love to
lot of
hear that.
success.
Love to hear that.
We're super excited. He's still going out on Saturdays to the local car show that they have and has a booth and is talking to the community about Aortic Hope. And any of you can do that. Find out if there's a craft festival or anything local at a school. And, we'll help you get a table put together with some tablecloths and material and just talk to the community. That's really that's the key most important thing is
Yeah.
spreading awareness and providing them some accurate information so that they can determine if this is something that they need to be monitored for in their family. So yeah, we're really super excited for him. So that is great, and that is happening, and that is all. That is it for this Monday, as they say. And yeah, can't think of anything else. Joshua, can you? Yeah. Oh,
Hold on. Let me just think for a ponderous second.
pondering.
Pondering. Pondering. No, I got nothing.
Got nothing too, but thank you.
Oh, I want to see Dune 2 this
Yeah.
weekend. That's happening.
You want to see what?
Dune 2 this weekend.
Okay, let's get into this.
Okay.
I don't want to see that, but I wanted to go to the 4D movie theater. Have you
Don't.
been to a
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay. I went and saw Kung Fu Panda with Terry at the
Oh,
4D because it
goodness.
was that or Dune, and I didn't want to do Dune. And my sister did Madam Web. Was that what it's called?
Yeah,
Madam
probably.
X Web. I don't remember her name, but and she didn't love the movie, but she loved the experience. So okay, didn't give that a lot of thought about Kung Fu Panda. Didn't think about how many kung fu karate chops were going to be poking me in the back.
Yeah.
But this is like a Disney ride for 2 hours. 2 hours, no belt. So now I'm sitting on my lap and, we're kind of like moving through the streets. And I'm like, oh, this is lovely. This is not at all nauseating. I like this. My chairs, I'm looking at everybody else. Everybody's chairs are moving. And then it started to rain in the movie, which then sprayed water on me. And then the flowers went by in the movie, which I smelled the flowers. And then he's running up and down the steps and my chair's going like this. And my little pretzel bites are bouncing up and down. I'm like, oh God, her popcorn's flying out of her tin. Now we are wailing with laughter because her food is everywhere. I'm losing pretzel bites and so I can't hold on because I gotta cover the pretzel bites because my chair's being shook. Something's tickling my legs. I got air being blown in my hair and something's karate chopping me in the back for 2 hours. 2 hours. I could only eat when there was no movement and it was quiet. I was shoving food in, and she had to get up to go to the bathroom. It's how do you plan to move when you don't know when the seat's going to move? She couldn't get it back into it. She was standing there trying to like, okay, wait a minute. Okay. And like had to hop, Terry's tiny. She had to jump up into the seat while it was moving. And she's like, where's the belts? I'm like, there are no belts. Hang on, Terry. Just hang on. That's what's going on in 4D. I'm like, it'll be over in a minute. We'll be down the waterfall. Just hang on. Cover your face. Here comes the splash. It was so much fun, but not for 2.5 hours. Okay. But Twister's coming out.
Oh,
And
goodness.
Twister, I will see in 4D, 100% certainty.
Okay. Yeah, I had the same
4D.
I had the same feedback for it was the Amazing Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, I think it was.
Somebody saw it on 4D.
Oh, I did. It was
Oh, did you
it
love it?
was no, not even a
Oh,
little bit. No. I like to be relaxed. I was just every
yeah.
time he
No relaxing.
spritzes web, it blows the air into your
Yes.
face.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it does.
then constantly with it was filmed in I guess New York, so there's a like rain or like the same thing with the water, you know.
Thunder, lightning, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So in the beginning, I thought it was very
Cool.
cool. Yes.
Right.
And then, like you
Then you're
said,
just sitting there and you're like,
2 hours. Yeah,
just want it over with. But I
yeah.
have a feeling that Twister is going to be magical.
I don't know.
Magical.
Maybe.
The wind, if they get the machines really going, I'm going to love it. But you're right. You can't, there's no reclining, there's no relaxing. Don't plan on eating unless you eat it all before the movie starts because your food's going to end up. Drinks, my water bottle was shaking everywhere.
It's a
Yeah.
good prank to play on a buddy.
The woman behind me didn't tell her kids and
Oh,
just said, come on, we're going to see the movie. And these like 6-year-old kids are like, well, I can't get my seat to go back. She goes, oh, it's just a different type of movie theater. Just sit back in your seat. And they wanted to eat. And she goes, well, we'll just wait. We'll eat in a little bit. And then when their chair started, I heard the one say, Mommy, am I moving? And then when they started taking off, oh my God, they loved it. They were laughing. They had such a good time. But it's like after about 15 minutes, you're like, a long ways to go in this movie right now. A long way. Yeah. It's
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
It's tough.
And so
Yeah,
if
that
you've
was tough.
had shoulder surgery and you're in one of those things and you're getting jostled in the back, the
Oh, it's
knot
bad.
that you remember from your, rehab starts to show
Yeah.
back up. It
Oh,
took
yeah.
days for that to go away.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you're right. Good prank. I'm going to do it.
Good, great prank.
Yeah.
Great. What's
Great
40X?
prank.
Great music. Great music.
Yes. Oh,
Best
yeah.
sound
Expensive.
system. Listen, worth it. You're going to be able to feel this movie.
I think what I'm gonna do is I wanted to film it really badly. I just wanted to film Terry because she was holding on for hair everywhere. It was so fun. Yeah, that was great. I'm gonna have to. I want to film like when I'm around somebody I'm gonna go visit in Alabama. I'm
Winky
going to
wink.
take us to a 4D and I'm not going to say anything because you should have seen Diane. We all went to Disney. And when we went through Pirates of the Caribbean, this is all everybody heard. Oh my God, y'all, look at that pirate. Oh my God, look at that. Look, that dog is so cute. Oh my God, Karen, you see that? Look at this Disney stuff. Oh my, kids were, they were, she was more entertaining. It's a small world. So all she said, I just sat there like, yes, Diane, I know. It's like yes, that's Russia. Oh yeah, it's Japan. Oh my God, Karen. Oh my God.
That's
I
awesome.
should have. It was so awesome. Seeing anything with her, it's like you know, wild. I took her to see Cavern Underground. Yes, everybody, I'm talking about Diane Bishop from Aortic Health Unlimited of Alabama. Took her to go underground cavern the last girls' trip when we all met up. And she saw stalactites and all those other, and she's like, "Oh my God!" Lost her mind, and everybody was turning and just looking at us. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because it echoes in there. You know, you're a billion
Probably.
feet into the earth. She's, yeah, it's very fun.
She
But
sounds like a hoot.
yeah, she is a hoot. One of these days, I'm going to get her into that theater. So even if you're watching it, you never know when it's going to happen. But it's going to
Ah, good
happen.
times.
It's going to happen. All right, guys, don't forget to please like, please share, please subscribe, please. Thank you so much. And you want to really get used to this motion because we're going to start this concert where we're going to have a contest starting on Thursday at the Lawrence Hope event. And it's going to go through, I don't know, is it going through Sunday or it's going through Thursday? I had to chat with them and make sure we're on the same page. But get used to this because someone's going to find something that we talked about pretty important. It's going to resonate with them. And again, congratulations to Linda. And thank you, Christina, Mark, Linda, Molly, Velda, and Chef Rob. And we will talk to you next Monday at 3 p.m. Have a good one. Thank you. See ya.